Peace and happiness for everyone. May our Torah learning open our eyes to see the beauty of the Torah. Sefer Vayikra begins with a series of mitzvot relating to the korbanot, the sacrifices in Beit HaMikdash. One might wonder, what can we learn from the korbanot in a world where we don't bring sacrifices? And even the idea of sacrifices seems to be so far from our world. But actually, there are so many relevant messages, so much guidance that we can learn from the halachot of the korbanot in the Torah. Our message today will be an example of this. Let us mention 2 points about the order in which the halachot of korbanot are brought in the Torah. Number 1, the first list of mitzvot of the korbanot is about korbanot nidava, voluntary sacrifices. After that, does the Torah mention korbanot chova, korbanot that we are obligated to bring. Number 2, the various korbanot are detailed twice. Once teaching every regular person who offers the korbanot to Beit HaMikdash what he needs to know about the sacrifices, and only afterwards teaching the Kohanim who carry out the actions of the korbanot, who perform the rituals in Beit HaMikdash, what they need to know. These 2 points will teach us so much, so many messages that are relevant to our lives. There are those who expect our connection with Hashem to be totally spontaneous, to be totally individual. Everyone will pray or express his connection with Hashem in any way that suits him. Then there are those who see absolutely no value to any act, any expression of connection with Hashem that is not explicitly commanded in the Torah. The order in which the korbanot are brought in the Torah might teach us something about these 2 different points. There is some validity to each one of the 2 points, but neither of them is complete, and actually they complement one another. Sefer Vayikra starts with the voluntary korbanot, teaching us that there is value to our attraction, to our desire to be close with Hashem, to worship Hashem. Rabbi Nachman Mibreslev explains that the Mishkan is called just that, Mishkan, because the word Mishkan means attraction, Meshicha. We have an innate attraction to Hashem and to holiness. We have a pull to Hashem, a Meshicha, and that is expressed in our voluntary korbanot. But nothing valuable functions without any limits and boundaries. And after the voluntary korbanot, even the voluntary korbanot themselves have rules and limits, and after them the Torah teaches us about korbanot chova, the korbanot that we are obligated to bring. Putting these 2 together teaches us that yes, there is value to our innate attraction, to our innate feelings of connection, of longing for Hashem and for holiness. But we put them within the boundaries and the guidance of the Torah, and the Torah elevates our acts of holiness and of connection with Hashem. Another important message lies in the fact that the Torah first teaches the halachot of the korbanot for all of the people of Israel, and only afterwards teaches the halachot for the Kohanim. Beit HaMikdash is a center for the connection of all of Am Yisrael, of the whole world, with Hashem. The Kohanim are designated to perform the acts in the Mikdash because the Mikdash is so important and so holy, it has to be done properly. The korbanot and everything that has to do with the Mikdash must be done properly. So the Kohanim are the ones designated to see to it that everything will be done properly. But they don't own the Mikdash. It is not their Mikdash. They are the messengers and the representatives of Am Yisrael in Beit HaMikdash. The Kohanim might sometimes forget that. An example of this is expressed in the behavior of the sons of Eli, who exploited their position in the Mishkan in a corrupt way. The direct opposite of that is the prophet Shmuel, who understood as the leader of his day that it's not enough even to dwell in the holiness of the Mishkan, that he has to go out to the people. And he goes out to all the different parts of Eretz Yisrael to teach Torah and judge the people. So the Torah, by first teaching us the halachot that relate to all of Am Yisrael relating to the korbanot, and only afterwards the halachot of the Kohanim, may be conveying the message that the Mishkan, the Mikdash, is a Mishkan of all of Am Yisrael, and the Kohanim are, as we said, the representatives of Am Yisrael. This is true about every religious institution and about religious leadership. Leadership, guidance is very important. but it is never about the leader. The role of the leader is to bring all the people, to connect everyone to Hashem and to holiness, and guide everyone so that their holiness can be strengthened and elevated. And in this way, we learn several messages from the Korbanot, and this is only the tip of the iceberg. Shabbat Shalom.